Indie rock is more than just a genre, it's a movement born from independence and creativity. It started in the late 70s and early 80s when underground bands rejected major labels. The term indie stands for independent, symbolizing freedom in sound and production. In the 80s, indie rock thrived in underground scenes across the US and UK. Bands like R.E.M. and Sonic Youth brought raw energy and experimental sounds to the forefront. Meanwhile, UK labels like Rough Trade supported iconic bands like The Smiths and Joy Division. The 90s saw indie rock break into the mainstream with the rise of alternative rock and grunge. Nirvana showed that underground music could reach massive audiences. At the same time, bands like Pavement and Radiohead pushed indie boundaries with innovation. The 2000s marked a golden era for indie rock, with bands like The Strokes and Arctic Monkeys leading the charge. Indie rock became a symbol of authenticity and cultural coolness during this time. Today, indie rock continues to evolve, blending with electronic, folk, and pop influences. It's about freedom of expression, not just one sound. From underground clubs to massive festivals, indie rock remains a powerful voice for artists. Its history reflects cultural shifts and technological changes that empower artists. The 80s laid the groundwork, while the 90s solidified indie as a distinct identity. Independent record stores and college radio stations created communities for fans to discover new sounds. In the UK, the Britpop wave showed how indie could dominate the charts with catchy hooks and raw energy. Across the Atlantic, American indie rock took a more underground path, gaining cult status instead of mainstream fame. The 2000s were a turning point, driven by the internet and new distribution platforms. Music blogs and streaming services allowed indie bands to reach global audiences without major label support. Festivals like Coachella and Lollapalooza showcased indie acts on massive stages. Indie rock has always been about reinvention, blurring lines with genres like dream pop and electronic. Artists like Tame Impala and Phoebe Bridgers embody this constant evolution. What makes indie rock timeless is its attitude, music existing outside formulas. It's about artists thriving without sacrificing authenticity and audiences seeking something real. From basements to world stages, indie rock remains a powerful force in modern music history.